Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Gladys from Gladys Creations Part 2. And today is day 3 of the 12 Days of Christmas collaboration. We are having so much fun with this. I'm enjoying every minute of it, doing what I love, decorating for Christmas. It's so much fun. The collaboration is the 12 Days of Christmas. And the host is Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY. And the other host is Jackie from Crafting in Mimi's World. They got together and created a playlist that's 12 days long. And each and every day is a different theme. So let's get on with the project and see what we're creating today. Let's have some fun. Here, I bought this at Dollar General. It was buy one, get the other one 50% off. And it's a 3-piece, but I'm going to be removing one of the pieces. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to unscrew them and take it apart. And it comes off really, really easy. It's not hard at all. And I saved the hinges because I might need them for another project. You never know. It's not hoarding if you use it, right? All right. So there, I completely removed that. Then I take burnt umber and I paint the whole thing front and back, and then I'm going to dry brush it with buttermilk. Okay. And I'm not doing a hard dry brushing. I want it to be a little bit dark because I want it to be a little bit rustic, because this is going to be a rustic woodland picture. As you know that the theme for today is rustic or woodland. I'm using both. Okay, I got that pack too at Dollar General, and it's just some wood pieces, okay, that you use to that were dried out for you to use to start a fire in a fire pit or whatever, and they light up really easy. But here I'm taking my quick and thick type on quick and thick, okay, and I'm just wiping it in there, and then I'm putting some hot glue, and then I'm gonna glue them all together, and I'm gonna clamp them. And you see how that one separated? And I tried, and off camera I changed that one. I used another one because it kept popping right off. No matter how much I compressed it, it just kept popping off. But I did it off camera. I saved you the trouble of watching me go through my struggles. I also painted with burnt umber and buttermilk, dry brushed that. And then here I'm putting on the type on again, okay, and hot glue. Okay, so I can have that immediate hold too. And then I'm going to clamp it together. Once I hold it there for a little bit, I'm going to clamp it together on both sides and set it aside to dry. And there it's dry. And here I'm taking a piece of poster paper that I had previously cut, and now I'm tracing out the shape of the frame. And this is the picture that I'm going to be using. And I'm putting it here, and I'm trying to find placement because I don't want Santa Claus's face to be covered. So I want it where Santa Claus's face is going to be visible, and I mark it with a pencil exactly where I want. You see the 2 notches? Okay, that's exactly where I want it to be. Then I take it and I cut it out, even the corners, and give it its shape. Then I'm going to take the picture, and I am going to use the Elmer's purple glue. I hate this thing. I do. I don't like that purple glue very much. It started coming out, even though I applied heat to it, it still started coming up on the bottom. But when I painted it, I did a quick fix with painting it and applying some faux snow, and you'll see that here in a little bit. See, I hot iron. I take my little press and I press it down, and I apply heat, and it's right there in that corner where my hand is. Right there is where it lifted, and I'm trying to see. Yeah, I didn't apply too much heat there, and that's probably why it lifted, and nowhere else it did. All right, these are the paints that I'm going to be using. The same color paints that I did in my last project. The paint was still wet because I'm doing these crafts one after the other for each day. So the paint was still wet. So I use the same color paints. Okay, and here I'm mixing in the darker blues, and then I go in with the lighter blue towards the edge, and then I blend it in, and I add a little bit of white to it too. There you go. I add the white, and I keep blending it in, and I add some of the dark and the white. I'm sorry if I keep scratching my throat. I'm sorry, but my allergies are acting up. And this weather change, I don't know whether to be cold or hot, because in the mornings it's freezing. Like, I put on a jacket, a long sleeve t-shirt to go to work, and I'm still cold. I mean, it is freezing over here. Temperatures are dropping very, very fast. All right, here I'm doing the lighter blue and the white because it's the snow. And I don't do the sides because I remember that that's going to be covered. You're not going to even see that at all. So all I do here is just add this, the white and the light blue, mainly more white than anything. And towards the edges, I do that. And then I sprinkle it with glitter. And then I get some faux snow. And I take and add the faux snow to give it like a three-dimensional look. And I go all over. I go all over the bottom. I go on Santa's hat, his arm, some of the animals, some of the background. I go into there. Then I even take little specks, like do little dots around the picture, and see, like I do there. And then I'm going to sprinkle the snow over the top of all that. So you see how I'm putting the glue? And then I just sprinkle a little bit there, here, and then I paint on top of the animal, sprinkle there. Then I sprinkle all over the picture. And I pat it down so it sticks. So I put faux snow like all over the picture to give it that 3D look, you know. And then I pull the picture away because I'm dumping the extra in the garbage. And you see how you see it? It looks three-dimensional now. It's so pretty. I think this came out fabulous. I really, really enjoyed the picture. The only thing on the top, I should have added a little bit of like either gray or green to blend it in, but you barely see it because I put I when I decorate it, you're not gonna see it. So now I'm gonna take my hot glue gun. I have it on high temp so it doesn't dry fast. I was explaining that. It's what I was doing, that I changed the temperature of my gun. So I paused the video for a minute while the temperature got hotter. And I'm applying it and rolling it and applying it and rolling it. And there, see, it'll last so much longer hot. And it's really hot for me to handle with my hands. So that's why I'm using the rolling pin. Now I'm gonna do the other side because I'm gluing this shut. Now I'm doing it with with the hot glue because I don't want to use a heavy permanent hold, because if I want to ever change it, I can. All right, and here I'm getting some floral wire and making a swag. So I take these two pine stems, okay, and then these two pine stems, okay, and I'm gonna connect them together with some floral wire. And I'm not using glue on it much because if I want to take it apart for something else, I can. Then I take a bigger pine cone head and I put it there in the middle. Simple, easy, don't want nothing really high-end or fancy, okay? Here I'm taking and making a wreath with this vine that I ordered that on Amazon. That is amazing. I gotta order some more because I'm almost out of it. And what I do is the last piece, I wrap it around 3 times, and the third round, I wrap it around it really tight. This is from Dollar Tree. It's the pip berries, okay, and it's a wire, and I'm gonna wrap it around the wreath so it has some pip berries. And I use the red ones. Okay, and then I clip it right there, and that's where I seal it. And then I have these little berries that are white picks. It comes in a whole big pack, and I thought I showed you the pack. I bought it on Amazon, and it's not white. It's like an off-white, like it has a brown like tint, that beige tint to it, and I really like it. I tried to glue it down. It didn't stay. So, and I forgot my glue gun was set on high temperature, so it takes longer to cool. So what I did was I wrapped it with the wire, the floral wire, and then I glued the flower on, and I held it for a little bit. Then I take the ends so it doesn't look like, oh, and I fixed that part there. I put another part of pip berries there because I don't know, I had one little pip berry that fell off, and I think it was from that area. So I wrapped another piece on there. And then I take the berries and I fold them downwards. I showed you that. Now here, this is a pen, but it's a pen knife, not a pen. It has a little sharp point and it's to cut out things. But I'm making a little hole with it there. And it's to cut really, it's really sharp, like really sharp. I cut myself one time with it. It just touched my finger and cut me, so it's really sharp. I got that on Temu last Christmas. And here I'm feeding the floral wire through that little hole that I created. And then I'm going to wrap it to that right there. And then I'm going to twist it. And you're going to get really close-up view of it. And all I'm doing is just twisting the wire there. And I'm showing you how I do this. See, and I twist it. I don't like to use, when I'm doing things like this, I don't like to use hot glue too much. Because then, like, if I want to change it, then if I have a bunch of hot glue, what's going to happen is when I pull it off and go to pull off sometimes the hot glue or scrape it off, I scrape off all the paint and then I got to repaint, a lot instead of just touching it up. So I use the floral wire and there I'm taking it. Oh my goodness, my hands are so full of paint there. And I take it and clip it off with my bull nose clippers, and then I take the needle nose and I twist it again and bend it downwards. And then press it against the wood, push down with the edge of my needle nose, and then I take hot glue and once I check to make sure, first I check to make sure that it's centered, and then I go to the top and move the wire so it's in the center, and then I'm going to tack it down with a little bit of hot glue, okay, so it doesn't move around. And I also covered the little tip with hot glue too, so it doesn't scratch anything or scratch anyone. Anyone who's being nosy and checking the back of my product, now I'm going to start talking like May. Don't look at the back. Hey, I love when she says that. She's so cute. All right, so, all right, and that's all done. And then I'm going to add the swag. And I realized that you couldn't see what I was doing. But there, see, I fold the, yeah, oh, excuse me for yawning. I fold the white berries downwards because they bend because they're with wire and stuff. I was explaining I didn't want it to look like it was flying away. And then I'm gonna take and grab the swag. See, and I'm gonna place it there. And also that I'm not gluing that on because just in case if I want to change this, like I said, I can. All right, if I want to change like the picture in the inside and change the swag for something else, or the wreath for something else, I don't want all that glue on there. So it's just going to be setting on there, and it's going to have a tea light candle that I painted it the same color as the candle itself too, so it matches because it was white. And so I painted it with buttermilk, and it matches perfect. All right, here's the final review. And there it is in the dark. Well, not the dark, but dim. The lights dim, and there's with the lights bright. And I want to say thank you so much for watching my video and participating with me here. I very much appreciate everything. I'm trying to reach 500 by Christmas. It's my goal. That from here to Christmas to have 500 subscribers. So please like, share, comment, let your friends know about my page, family members, let them know, and have them subscribe, because when I reach 500, I'm going to do a giveaway, okay? Because it's going to be the halfway point before my moderation. I'm not being monetized, so that means that I'm not getting paid. And talking about not getting paid, down in my description box below, I have the link for Buy Me a Coffee if you would like to make donations to help support my page. I greatly appreciate it. You don't have to, but if you want to and you can do it through there, or you could send money through my Cash App and put a little note letting me know that you passed on a donation. Or if you want to challenge me, my email is there, and you could send me products and challenge me to make it. You can call, you can email me. I'm sorry. You can email me, and we'll get together and talk about how you can mail stuff to me. If you want to send me any little blessings or gifts and stuff, you can also, like I said, email me and I will give you that. And here's the QR code. If you want to scan it for the Buy Me a Coffee, it's on there. So please check out the playlist. Check out the host. I mean, they're all talented creators. Very many of them are going to be on there. I'm telling you, a lot of people this year are participating. So like, share, comment, subscribe. It's all for free. And once again, thank you for watching my video. Thank you for spending time with me today. I greatly appreciate it. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow on the fourth video. Okay? Bye-bye.